Alex and I are brothers. We grew up in Detroit, and Sam and I are married as of last week. Sam grew up in Toronto, and we were all working in the industry in sort of different fields, and in 2012 decided to pool our shared interests and start this.
For Spring 15, we started with three American artists, Helen Frankenthaler, Robert Bechtel, and Robert Cottingham. Robert Bechtel and Robert Cottingham are of the same generation, and they're both great photorealists, and they both have this great sort of American imagery that really feels like sort of this subversive idea of Americana, and that was really appealing to us when we started working on Spring 15. Helen Frankenthaler is of a bit of an earlier generation, but for her inspiration in the collection, it was really more about taking her color palette and taking the iconography of Bechtel and Cottingham and creating something that felt new in men's fashion. All the knitwear, which is 80% of the collection, is made in Italy, and then the ready-to-wear is made in New York. And so we're working with really great factories in New York as well, and it's about sort of developing the collection at the highest end possible.
Each season we really try to have a big balance between, some more kind of louder editorial pieces with some more kind of sales drivers. So this sweater here is a great example of these really large-scale jacquards that we do each season. And then as we've sort of recently launched ready-to-wear, we'll then relay that into the collection. So doing shirting in these really custom Japanese fabrications. We'll have, something that's definitely more like a sales driver. We do really well with our fully fashion knit polos. So we'll have them in a few different silhouettes. Texture is also something that we really play a lot with. This is a custom stitch that we developed where it's taking two different yarns, so a white and a bright pink, and gives it this sort of iridescent feel.
We always say we're designing for ourselves, they're clothes that we would want to wear, but really when we talk about our customer, he's someone that is not defined by his age. He's an old soul with a young heart, we like to say that. He is a guy who is curious and colorful, and someone who just follows unique pursuits and wants to reflect that in their clothes.